Welcome to WILDLIFEx. In this video we are going to talk about top 10 facts about the octopus. So before starting this video, like this video, and subscribe to WILDLIFEx for future updates. Octopuses, those sassy yet strange cephalopods, seem to encapsulate everything weird and enigmatic about the sea. The idea of their fuzzy, squishy bodies lurking in the deepest reaches of the ocean has inspired monsters ranging from the kraken to the Caribbean lusca. Their otherworldly manifestations, enhanced by unfurling weapons, can also be seen in more modern monsters and villains, such as Disney's Ursula or Spider-Doc Man's OC. Not to mention the octopus-themed horror films. Octopus, there's a new novel. A new book, Octopus. The Most Mysterious Creature in the Sea, by Catherine Harmon Courage. Harmon Courage delves into everything octopus, from their culinary use in dishes all over the world to their tragic sex lives. We've highlighted a couple of the book's most interesting points below. Octopuses have been around for a long time. The oldest known octopus fossil dates back to the Carboniferous period, about 296 million years ago. The specimen is from the Pole Sepia genus and is on display at Chicago's Field Museum. Harmon Courage describes it as a globular splat, or a flattened cow patty, but a closer look shows the 8 arms and 2 eyes. Researchers aren't sure, but there may be an ink sac as well. In other words, octopuses had already developed their form for millions of years, before life on land evolved beyond tiny pre-dinosaur reptiles. The heart of an octopus has 3 chambers. 2 of the hearts are dedicated to moving blood beyond the animal's gills, while the third holds the organs circulating. When the octopus swims, the organ heart actually stops beating, which explains why they prefer to crawl rather than swim, which exhausts them. Octopuses is the plural form of octopus. The word octopus is derived from the Greek word octopus, which means 8 foot. Because of the word's Greek origin, it can also be pluralized as a Greek word, which is determined by the gender of the noun and the last letter it ends with. An S is simply added in this case. Harmon Courage points out that there are no octopi, octopodes, or octopuses. Aristotle felt octopuses were deafeningly the octopus is a dumb beast, for it will approach a man's hand if it be lowered in the water, but it is neat and thrifty in its habits, that is, it lays up stores in its nest, and, after eating up all that is eatable, it ejects the shells and sheaths of crabs and shellfish, and the skeletons of small fishes, wrote the Greek philosopher in his History of Animals. He signs off, so much for the mollusca. After explaining a few more oddities of octopus life history, it ejects ink for self-defense. It's slimy, it can crawl on ground. The big-brained cephalopod, on the other hand, can traverse mazes, solve problems, and recall solutions, and disassemble objects for amusement. They also have distinct personalities. Octopus arms have their own minds. The limbs, not the head, house 2/3 of an octopus neurons. As a result, the weapons will solve problems like opening a shellfish, when their owners are busy doing something else, like exploring a cave for more edible treats. Even after they've been fully cut, the arms will respond. When researchers pinched severed arms in one experiment, they jerked away in agony. Octopus ink does more than just conceal the animal. Enemies are also physically harmed by the pigment. It contains a substance called tyrosinase, which aids in the regulation of the natural pigment melanin production in humans. Tyrosinase, on the other hand, creates blinding irritation when sprayed in a predator's eyes. It even muddles the senses of smell and taste in creatures. Octopuses that do not escape their own ink cloud will die as a result of the protective concoction. The blood of octopuses is blue. Octopuses evolved a copper-based blood called hemocyanin, which makes their blood blue, to survive in the deep ocean. When the water temperature is very low and there isn't much oxygen around, this copper base is more effective at carrying oxygen than hemoglobin. However, because of this mechanism, they are highly sensitive to changes in acidity. Octopuses can't circulate enough oxygen if the pH of the surrounding water falls too low. As a result, scientists are concerned about the effects of climate change-induced ocean acidification on wildlife. Some people consider octopuses to be sexual muses. The origins of Japan's notorious tentacle erotica can be traced back to an 1814 woodblock print named Tako to Arma, or Octopus and the Shell Diver, possibly NSFW. The picture is based on a legend about a female shell diver who is pursued by sea creatures, including octopuses, after catching the eye of a sea dragon deity, according to Courage. For octopuses, mating is the end of the game. Octopuses only live for a short time after mating and having children, and they die soon after. External fertilization is used by this species. Several males either directly inject their spermatophores into a tubular funnel that the female uses to breathe, or hand her the sperm, which she often accepts with one of her right arms. Researchers do not know why. Following that, males wander off to die. Females have the ability to lay up to 400,000 eggs, which they meticulously guard and care for. Females avoid eating to focus on their motherly responsibilities. But instead of starving to death, the female's body turns on her as the eggs hatch. Her body goes through a series of cellular suicides, beginning with the optic glands, and spreading outward through her tissues and organs until she dies. The majority of octopus consumed by humans comes from North and West Africa. For centuries, octopus has been a common food item in East Asia, Spain, Greece, and other nations, and it has recently gained popularity in the United States and elsewhere. Koreans eat the most octopus today. However, the success of octopus has had an effect on octopus populations in oceans all over the world. Octopus catches in Japan, for example, fell by half between the 1960s and the 1980s. International demand for octopus prompted North and West African fisheries to begin pursuing the animals in the 1980s, though the demand has recently shifted fisheries from Morocco to Mauritania and, more recently, Senegal. Per year, about 270,000 tons of octopus are imported by different countries around the world, according to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.